Let your problems inspire you, not discourage you. Let's say, for example, you are in a bad situation and nothing is working out, and you are tired and you don't know what to do, and everything else seems like, what is happening? In that very situation, I need you to know that that is the best place where you need to draw the roadmap to take you where you want to go. Use every bad situation that happens around you to your advantage. Let's say, for example, you are tired of taking public transport. As you were taking public transportation, make sure everything that annoys you about taking the subway, about taking the train, about taking taxis, about taking Ubers, you're using it as a source of inspiration to make sure that you get your own car, your own personal means of transport. Okay? Let's say another example, you don't like your job. You hate your job, you don't want to do it, you hate waking up, you hate supervisors and everything. Use that, what you hate about those things, what you don't like about your situation, to make sure it inspires you to maybe get another job, or maybe to start your own, to be your own employer, to start your own company, to start your own employment agency, to do something that will take you out of that bad situation. Until you're sick and tired of being in that situation, you will stay right there. So make sure everything you hate about the bad situation, if you are in if you're sick and tired of being broke, don't just talk about it. Because one thing I've learned is that complaining is like a system that helps you to be comfortable in the very situation that you're uncomfortable in. So every time you complain, it's like you were giving yourself the comfort to stay comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So instead of complaining, instead of trying to make it beautiful in that ugly situation, use the ugliness in that situation to inspire you to go to the place where you want to be. Let's say you hate to rent. You're tired of having roommates. You don't like your landlord. You're tired of paying rent. Instead of complaining, instead of being comfortable there, instead of just being hateful, use everything negative that is happening in that situation to make sure you do everything possible to get your own house, to be to buy your own house or build your own house. I'll tell you something interesting about Africa. I live in Africa, and now I get it. I totally get it. The reason why there are a lot of, it may surprise you if you don't know, the reason why there are many entrepreneurs in Africa is because there are no jobs here. I remember when I first came back to Africa, I thought I'm gonna get a job, and I was looking for a job, and I wanted to get a job, but which I shouldn't be surprised about, there are no jobs. The jobs are there, but it's like if you don't have connection to the boss, to the owner of the company, it's almost impossible to get that job. So I tried my best to get a job, and it wasn't there. And then it just hit me recently that, hey, if you want a job, you better create your own. And that is when I started to think about ways. I started to think about to be creative in my mind, to start to employ myself. Because one, the jobs here in Africa have no job security. They don't give you those incentives, those good things. It's crazy. The job market is crazy. That's why a lot of Africans are CEOs. They are employers. They have their own business. They have small businesses. They are literally almost everyone. It's not news for someone to have their own business. Because why? In that bad situation where people are looking for jobs and they can't find them, people made a instead of complaining about it, they start their own companies. They open up their own business. You know what I mean? And also the other thing, the reason why people here in Africa do not rent, they don't have mortgages. Okay, people rent, yeah, but very few. Why people don't have mortgages is because it's too expensive to have a mortgage. It's like getting a mortgage or getting a loan, borrowing money. It's like a suicide mission. It's like when you borrow money from the bank, 9 out of 10 times they're gonna take your property, because the security that you put there is something very more valuable than what you are getting out. So because of that kind of bad situation, a lot of people here in Africa have their own houses. They build their own houses, whether it's big or small. Most people are homeowners. Why? Because of the bad situation. And a lot of people here, they own cars because the public transportation is bad. So you know what I'm saying? Do you get my point? Use the bad things that are happening to you as a source of inspiration. If you hate your life currently, instead of complaining, because complaining, remember, it's going to make you comfortable in that same uncomfortable situation. So use the bad things that are happening to you as a source of inspiration to make your life better. Okay? If you found this video interesting, I'm going to link a playlist with other inspiring and motivating videos. I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.